Hello and welcome to another video. So again, we're going to be looking at a couple of races from Daily Race B at Sardegna C in reverse. So I did manage to improve my quali time. I do think I can get a 55, but didn't quite manage it, unfortunately. Can't quite nail the full lap together. And this, to be honest, was not the best lap that I did. It was a bit rough, yet it ended up with the best time, but it was not the smoothest, especially through this corner coming up here. A little bit too much curb there, so slowed myself down a bit. But as you see, I managed to be quite consistent in the TT, but didn't quite happen as well in the races. But look, see, 2, 3, 4, all 56.1s. So I was really pushing, trying to get a fastest lap. And I preferred the TT. I know the RCZ was all over the board, the full top 10 when I did this, but personally I found the TT better. So getting into the first race, see, all RCZs, me and the TT, and that's it. So basically it's me and the TT versus the RCZs, and this is a very tough lobby. Starting all the way in 9th, we were 10th because the guy in first disconnected, who was the guy that's first on the leaderboard, and the guy in first now is 8th on the leaderboard. So this is a very tough lobby, this, with some very tough drivers. So I felt quite honoured to be in such a tough lobby. But we got Group down in 12th as well. So I know Group from Basic Ollie's community, but only problem with Group, he is a Villa fan, but I suppose someone has to be. But I know Group does do a few replays of his races, and I know his recent videos he has put a bit of voiceover to him, so I'll link his channel in the description if you want to check them out. We're just starting this race, see people go wide, so we've jumped from 9th to 7th in the first corner, so very good start to the race for us here. But a lot in this, I was feeling a bit of pressure with, you know, I think this is the toughest lobby I've ever been in by a long way, so I felt a bit of pressure, wanted to not bottle it, because those of you who have watched a few of my videos know that I do like to bottle it from now and again. So make sure I stay out the walls this time, make no stupid errors. But you see that mistake from the cars in front of me taking advantage. We've just lost 6th place a little bit, so we're going to have to try and see if we can catch up to the Spaniard there. So just coming around turn 1 through the S's, so make sure we get a fast run, but avoid the wall on the inside there and the wall on the inside there. But someone's been claimed by the looks of it, hit one of the inside walls there. We go a bit wide at that corner, a bit distracted by going through the ghosted car, but nothing to worry. So us up into Super GT's position now in 6th place. So 9th to 6th in 2 laps, definitely take that. Hopefully we can hold on now or push further forward. We're coming down the main straight, and you see we're not quite in the slipstream here. Hoping to get back into it so we can get pulled along. Brake as late as we can. I think I brake a little bit too early there. Right to the apex, and as you see now, earlier in the week I was staying in 2nd. I've decided to start keeping it in 3rd now. I managed to find a good angle to turn at where 3rd got you enough turning, and it saved you that gear shift, and I found it just as quick as dropping down, if not quicker, especially in the TT. But you see, I just follow the Spaniard there, he runs wide, and I'm following right behind him, and I follow him wide off the track, unfortunately. But you see, he gets held up there, so can we close back up now? Oh, bit of lag going on, so that's not good. But we've managed to get back in the slipstream now, so thankfully for that car getting the penalty and slowing down caused the Spaniard in front to have to slow. So can we get a run on him here? No, we have to brake. We're not quite alongside, so we have to back out of that. But he does go wide, and we try and get up the inside, but in that coming off the brake, sorry, we end up going wide a bit ourselves as well, trying to take advantage, so we can't quite get that move done and have to let him keep that position. But we'll see what we can do now. As I said, this is the corner I was struggling with most, and you see big mistake there, so that could be 5th place gone now. We might have to look out for cars behind rather than in front now. But it's a little bit annoying. It was that corner, the faster I got at this track, the more I struggled at the start of the second sector with that right-hander. I just really started to struggle with it. Felt the faster I was doing the laps, the slower I was getting on that corner. So I know I can get in the 55s because I think I've got a lot of time to be gained just in that one corner. So as you see now, in a little bit of no man's land, but we're going to try and catch up and keep the cars behind. But as I said, this is probably the toughest lobby I've ever been in because there's some very fast cars. I'd improved my lap time, yet I was starting down in, well, 10th originally, but 9th when we actually started. So that shows the quality of some of the drivers in this. And as I said, they're all using RCZs, which are technically quicker than the TT. So, I mean, personally for me, I just found the TT a much nicer car. I think if I nailed the lap, I'd go quicker in the RCZ. You see, the Spaniard overtook us there, same corner, same mistake, but he gets himself a penalty for running wide on the last corner. So we're not going to go for too much, but he's just a bit slow, so we do stick our nose up because he gives us that opportunity. But we have to let him keep that position, and no point fighting him around the outside when we know he's going to be giving us that position back anyway. But you see, nearly hits the wall. I have to lift because it distracts me, nearly sends me into the wall as well. But we escape there. Much better through that corner this time. He pulls to the side out the way, so he takes 6th place back, making Super GT proud. And then not the greatest entry into the final corner, but now I just didn't want to make a mistake. We've got a gap in front that we ain't going to close, a gap behind that without us making a mistake ain't going to close. So just want to bring it home on this final lap for the good result, because I think finishing 6th in this lobby would be a very good result for me. Because as I said, this is sort of first time I've been involved in such tough lobbies, and that's what I want to be in. I want to be competing against the best if I can. You know, and I still feel like a bit of a noob to the game, because if you look at some of these guys, like take Basic Ollie for example, he's done over 1,100 races on this game. I've done just over 300 races on the game, so he's done nearly 4 times the races online what I have. So I still feel like I'm in the stage. If you know Rory Arias videos, he did that beginner to winner series, which if you haven't seen you should check out. But I feel like I'm still in that stage where I'm still learning a lot. I'm still making a lot of mistakes, as you guys know. So 6th place in that lobby I'll definitely take. So moving on to the next one now. So again, doing daily race B again, but starting a bit higher up the field in this one. So as you see, starting 6th there, so starting where we finished. So hopefully we can push forward. But as I said, I think in this lobby I was looking more, try not to go backwards. I think it's a good result, because as I said, these are some very good drivers in this lobby. So any positions we can gain are great, and any positions we don't lose are great as well. So we'll see how we do in this one. But again, I think it was pretty much all RCZs and me in the TT again. So I've got the advantage down the straight on me. But as I said, I do personally, as I said, I think the RCZ was quicker, but I do personally think the TT was a much better car to drive around this track. You know, and it's not slower by much, it's pretty even. So it ended up being my car of choice. I did do races in the RCZ, I just wasn't as consistent and made more mistakes with them. So, oh, there we go, we got another jumping car. There's Bob Marley getting as high as he can. The Spaniard from the race before, so, but I know people have said it's cones and stuff, but I don't know if I didn't notice a cone there, so shows I think it's just off tracks, and the glitches once you go over cones or bumps off tracks, it's sending cars into the air, but it's happening fairly regular now. I know a few people have had it happen in their races. So we slowed a bit too much there and then run wide. Terrible exit. It's a big mistake we made there, just when we were closing up on fourth to try and get back with him in his slipstream. And instead we're going to let the guy behind in. But we do have a very good fight with the guy behind in this race, as you'll see coming up soon. But unfortunately now I'm already thinking fourth might be gone, and we'll have to watch out for the guy behind, because now we've got no slipstream. Especially if he can get back in our slipstream, we're going to be in trouble. You see, straight away go to the inside, but then look behind, see that he's too far back, so get back to the racing line. But by the end of this straight he's probably going to be right on us, because he's had the faster car and the slipstream down the straight. We get a good for turn one this time, but you see the guy behind is in the slipstream now. We're coming through the S's, trying not to make a mistake. We do okay. And then this right-hander was where we were struggling. Not the fastest, but not too bad that time. And then this is an awkward little corner. I preferred the lift through the first, just after the first part, roll it through the second part, and then hit the brakes in a straight line. But there's a few different ways of doing it, but it's all about trying to keep the car as straight as you can. But you see we're defending the inside aggressively here, because I don't think we normally do that enough, so force him to the outside. No contact there, we're right on the inside. Might be a tiny touch from him, I don't know, but we managed to get back across the track in front of him, because we don't want him getting his nose in. We don't want him having the run on us there. So as soon as we're past him, we want to get back in front of him to block him off, get back on that racing line. But he's right behind us, putting us under pressure now, and we don't have slipstream from in front to pull us along, so we're going to have to defend now. You see he's right up behind us again. Poor exit from us really there, but we get across to the inside again. Not going to give him that inside line. If he wants to go, he can go for the move around the outside. But as you see here, I'm trying to squeeze him up towards the wall, and he's trying to squeeze me back to the grass. So bit of a battle of wits there, but good driving from both of us, I think. He tries to keep it around the outside, but again, we just look at the radar as we're coming out and see we're just in front of him, so managed to get the car across in front of him, so we can get the better exit out the corner than he does. So I think I was defending this quite well, but I think he was pressuring me quite well. Again, we managed to get a good corner there as well, which is where we were struggling, but he's got a slightly better exit with the slipstream, so we defend it, give him space on the outside. He gives us a bit of space, a little bit of contact, but nothing in it really. And then we're going to pull as soon as we can to the inside, because we don't want him getting his nose in that inside, so we get right across to the inside aggressively as soon as we can before he gets his nose in, because once he gets his nose in, we'd have had to give him space. You see he has a little wiggle there, but we brake, trying to keep it on the apex again. Not quite on the apex, but he just squeezes through on the cutback, which I didn't know. I thought was a bit naughty at the time, but he was racing clean, so I don't think he's done it naughty. But watching the replay from me, is there a car width? See, not quite. He's gone over the grass, over the curb to make the pass, which personally I don't think I would go for that move. I don't think that's a move that's on, but he's not dirty because he raced clean the whole race. You can see how clean he's racing with me, so I've got nothing against him for that. I just think it's a move I don't think really you should go for. If that was real life racing, I don't think that move would be allowed, but I'm a bit 50-50 on that one. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because as I said, I'm not sure if that's really a legal move there, but he was racing fair, so I've got nothing against him for that move. It was, you know, fair racing at the end of the day. I just think I wouldn't go for that move because I don't quite think it's on, so it's quite an aggressive move. But looking now, can we get in his slipstream and repass him? But we've seen he's quick because he's been all over the back of me and we've been defending him off, so shame we couldn't hold him off, but I thought we were doing a good job of defending against him. We close right up here, just give him the tiniest tap there and get an SR down, which was a little bit annoying because after such a good race I end up with an SR down from that tiny little contact. So, but again, was my mistake, just trying a bit too hard to get right on the back of him for the last lap, to just try and capitalise on any errors, and just broke that tiny bit too late. We see they're going too wide up ahead there, so there could still be something on. So through the final corner, trying to get a good run out, but no, they both get a good enough run. And that guy is going to get up to 4th, so he's had a good last 2 laps, overtaking me and the car in front to go from 6th to 4th. And then spins it across the line. But again, starting 6th, finishing 6th. Definitely take that in this one, but let me know your thoughts on that overtake. Was it fair? Wasn't it? So, but good racing with that guy, fair play to him. I enjoyed that race a lot. So that's all for this one, guys. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.